Namaskar. Welcome to Awakening with Brahma Kumaris. You're watching Healer Within. We have Sister Shivani with us. Welcome, Sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. It was wonderful knowing about those sanskars and deleting them and bringing in new ones. And I tried something yesterday. I said, even if somebody gives me $1 million, I'm not going to get angry. And it's not a question that of suppressing anger. I did not find it very difficult because I did not control myself anywhere. I said, okay, his sanskar. I tried to tell something to someone, to teach kind of a, this is right or wrong. They said, no, I never do that. I've never done that. I don't know how you saw that. I said, okay, another sanskar. Because that person could not take it was not criticism. Probably he or she found it that I'm criticizing or something maybe. And so I feel victorious.
Victory. And all that had to be done was attention and determination.
It was not determination at all, it was fun.
Yeah, but it was a decision, no, first?
I decided not to be angry, and I did not get angry the whole day yesterday, not even once.
And which is an achievement, a very big achievement, especially with so much work happening and so many constraints and so many problems coming up, to sail through the whole day without letting a deep-rooted sanskar coming into action.
My anger was because, a kind of somebody standing and waiting till I finish my food. I said, please sit down. Why do you? No, sir. I said, I don't like it. Why don't you relax? That kind of even that irritation was not there. There are 3 people standing and waiting and giving me food. And which I don't like, it disturbs me because I want to just ask everybody to relax and not wait for me.
Yeah, but the most important thing is the habit. Something which was happening automatically was today kept aside and a new way was tried. That was all that had to be done. The old way is still there, but a new way was tried, felt very nice, energy, victory, and so it continues to the next day. If I feel nice with the new way of living, then I continue it to the next day, else I revert to my old sanskar. So now this becomes a game. And now all that we have to take care while playing this game is, irrespective, even if suppose somewhere the old sanskar comes up, always take responsibility of it. Suppose today I get angry on somebody or for something, don't say, oh, I was not going to get angry, but it was because of him, her, this. No.
Something has come out from the recycle bin.
Absolutely. This is something.
Not deleted.
Yeah, totally. This is something which is most important. Even in the toughest of situation, if the old sanskar comes up, take complete responsibility. Okay, I was responsible for this. Not saying they were, because the minute you say they were, you are reinforcing this and saying you were fine. You're telling your sanskar you were fine. It was not your fault. It was theirs. So this one starts becoming active again. But if I say, no, I used the wrong one. I was to use peace, I used anger. So next time...
So I get angry with myself.
No, that is also not to be done. That's why we said last time, no guilt and no anger, no self-criticism, and definitely no blame. Complete self-responsibility. The old one popped up. Next time, again attention. I'm using the new one. So the whole day, this is awareness. Many times people will say, what awareness? What awareness? What is the meaning of being aware, self-aware? Because we're reading all these words, self-aware, self-realization. It's the inward self-realization. We're going for retreats for self-realization, for introspection. This is not something that can be done in one day, 5 days, 10 days. Yes, in 1 day, 5 days, somebody can teach you the technique. Somebody can, give you all the tools, the tips and the techniques. But the game is every day. The awareness is just this process of how the inner work is happening, continuous awareness. So people will say, how to be aware? Nothing, be aware. What is happening inside, which sanskar is getting activated?
Actually, I just decided in the morning, And I was joking. I was joking with everybody. I said, anybody who sees that, who can make me angry, I'll pay them $100,000.
So that's the amount of confidence. This is also confidence. Sometimes when we're trying a new sanskar, we said, okay, we'll try. I'll try whether I'll be able to do it.
Maybe not. Let me see.
Let me see. But this is not that. This is confidence. Yes, I will do it. And an open challenge to anybody, do whatever you want. See, today it's not going to happen. This itself, this is how we can motivate ourselves.
You know something? I slept well.
Naturally, it is bound to happen. Like we saw last time, the whole day, when we've created the wrong kind of thoughts, when we sleep at night, the body sleeps. The mind doesn't sleep because that turbulent energy will continue. Now, take any amount of sleeping pills, do any amount of meditation just before going to sleep, to write journals, write letters, do anything. It's still not, it can help a little bit, but the best results will be if care is taken throughout the day. You know, we create all kinds of energy throughout the day and then say, okay, in the night before sleeping, relax, pray, meditate, write a letter, dump out everything. Not going to happen.
I slept with the victorious.
Absolutely. And it's also because the mind was silent during the day. What is needed for going to sleep? A silent mind. You cannot put the mind to silence immediately like this, turbulent throughout the day and 10 o'clock in the night. Okay, silence. It doesn't happen. But when it was silent during the day, and then it just goes off to sleep. And then it remains like that for the next 6 to 7 hours. Very comfortable. You're getting up very, very fresh. Now when you get up fresh the next morning, and plus you've decided that today I will remain peaceful, your sleep, your good sleep and charging helps you to take care of that the whole day today. You know, when we are deprived of sleep, our sanskar of getting irritated gets reinforced. Anybody who's working very hard for 3-4 days, not sleeping properly, you will start seeing that they will start getting irritated. And why are they getting irritated? People will say, oh, they haven't slept well. They haven't slept well for the last 4 nights. There was a wedding in the house, or there was some project going on. They haven't slept well. Don't worry, 2 days of good sleep and he'll be fine. What about people who haven't slept well for years and years? Will irritation not be their sanskar? So now it's about good sleep is very, very essential for charging, because charging takes place in only 2 things, sleep and meditation.
And we have the bonus that you sleep well, then you look younger and you feel young, you feel energetic and you're happy, and then the surroundings are happy and the people around are happy, and there's so much to it.
And who did all this?
One thought.
The healer within.
Oh.
The healer within did all this. Did you go to anybody to do this?
No.
Did you have to go to any doctor, any psychiatrist, any counselor, any spiritual master? Nowhere. The healer within just decided today a new way of thinking happened. And the healer has now started going on a different way of living. We don't need anybody. We just need, yes, we need wisdom, we need knowledge till we start using the innate wisdom. We need good advice, but finally, this is how it will happen.
This is also knowing yourself.
This is knowing yourself.
And also realization.
Completely.
And also awareness.
Awareness.
Because
knowing,
usually we think that, you know, self-realized people are different, aware people are different, they must be wearing this different kind of clothes, sitting in some Himalayas, in some mountains, you know. See, I was aware the whole day yesterday.
Yeah.
I realized that what I did was wrong or right. It's, you know, I want to call it wrong or
absolutely.
Right, fine, it's okay.
Right.
Because it was unhealthy for my mind and myself. And then I tried it and I'm happy. It was victorious.
Right. Now what has the healer done? The healer has healed himself, the soul, effectively healed the body, because every bout of anger is leaving an impact on the body, healed the relationships. Everything happened by one decision.
But I want to tell you something more. Yesterday, the kind of trials or the examinations were more than the normal days.
And do you know something? Everybody feels that. Everybody feels that on the day that we have decided That day the situation seemed to be more challenging than ever before. And you know what? This is not true. This is not true. It's just that on that day,
We are aware.
no, we are keeping attention that we're not to use the old one. So we are more aware of the situations also. On the earlier days, situation would come, automatic response, finished, gone. It doesn't register that the situation was a challenge. But now, every situation, because I had to take care, I'm also aware that, oh, so many situations. But now see, even if there were 10 situations in the whole day, and 10 times you took care, what about every day when 10 situations come? We cause this unhealthy energy and they pass and we're not even aware, affecting the mind and the body and the relationships. These were wounds. And like we said earlier, self-created. Now the peace that was created yesterday was created by who? The situations?
Healer.
The people? No. It was created by you. Similarly, the anger that was created in other situations before was created by me. It was not by anybody else.
Now I agree that I am the creator.
I am the creator and therefore I am the healer.
Yeah.
I am the creator, so I am the healer.
I used to create that. Now I created something new.
So I'm healing.
And I healed myself.
Perfect. That's it. I've come to the point.
But can this be continuous?
Can this be? Every day. Every day with different sanskars. Every day a new game. Any sanskar.
To start with one is more than enough.
Any sanskar, pick it up for at least a month. A month complete focus.
I feel that this rest may become easier and may follow, you know. Like in a golf swing, you got to, if I do the first thing right, the backswing, automatically the second part of the swing is correct.
Perfect. Because the impression has started being created, na? It's come. It's already, the groove has started now, the new way of working. But now what will happen gradually, you will have both the options. Earlier the peaceful option was not there. There was only one option. That was automatic way of living. Now there will gradually be two options. Anger or peace. And gradually, within a month, 2 months, 3 months, this anger option will go down somewhere way below. And it
Earlier
will
I
not
used
be
to
there.
say, what has to do here? This country is like this, people are like this, there's no discipline, there's no sincerity, people have changed and nobody wants to, I mean, everybody wants just money without working, this, that, non-stop.
One thing we need to take care, like you said, let me do at least one, the others I'll take care later on. But the beauty is we only need to take care of one and lot many follow.
Yeah.
But the same is with the negative one. Have one and a lot many will follow.
One seed, one plant and many.
So we need to take care. When we look at our sanskars, each soul carries 5 types of sanskars. Every soul will carry 5 types of sanskar. One type of sanskar is the ones we get from our parents and family. Like you will say, this in this habit of mine is like my father. Or this in this habit of mine is like my uncle or my grandfather or my mother or my brother. Sanskars which we get from family. Why do we get sanskars from family? Right when the soul enters the womb of the mother. You know, the soul leaves one costume, the other costume is ready. Approximately between 3rd and 4th month of when the mother is pregnant, the soul will enter the womb of the mother. Now, very important to remember, in this stage, the soul is not attached to the new body. It's just taken a new costume. It's just entered the new costume. Left an old one, taken the new costume. When do we get attached? When we use something for a long period of time. Right now, it's just entered the new body, no attachment. So at this time, when the soul is in the womb of the mother, we say this is soul consciousness, not body consciousness. When someone is soul conscious, but they're not aware, no attention, their consumption of vibrations around them is very high. Because they're soul conscious. They are continuously catching. It's like, antenna whose catching capacity is very, very high because it's not creating anything of its own. So at that time, when the soul is in the womb of the mother, Emotions, expressions of the mother, father, and very close family members are being caught by the soul. And so then you will have the child having some sanskars which are there in the family. So important for the parents and for the immediate family to take care of their state of mind when someone in their house is expecting a child. Because if you are creating stress, if you're creating anger, irritation, and it's there in the environment, your child is already consuming that negative energy. And even after the child is born, it's still consuming, very high consumption rate. So the child will have a lot of sanskars of the parents. Initially, all that the child does is copies parents. All. Till his circle of influence increases and goes out and meets friends. Very often we will see ourselves, if we spend a lot of time with somebody, very soon we start talking like them, or we do something like them, or sometimes we're eating like them, behaving like them. Similarly, our sanskars also become like them. So initially, a child is only with parents and immediate family. So sanskars of the parents are going to have a very deep effect on this soul. So each birth that I took, I had a set of family members. And I created a set of sanskars from family. Then second set of sanskars, environment. Where I am, depends on which country I was born in, culture, caste, which school I went to, which friends I had, which locality I stayed. Environment plays very important role.
The circumstances.
Circumstances.
Born during the war.
Possible, yes. Third, very, very powerful set of sanskars is the sanskar I, the soul, carried from my previous costume. Because when I left the body, I left everything behind, and like we saw last time, carried only one thing, the sanskars. In Hindi, there's a very beautiful line which says, Khali hat aaye the, khali hat jana hai, which means I came empty-handed into this world and I will leave empty-handed, which is actually not true. Empty-handed means, yes, I cannot take my family with me, I cannot take
the
property.
money I want.
Yeah, so in that sense, yes, empty-handed I came and empty-handed I have to leave. But here I didn't come empty.
I came with sanskars.
I came with sanskars, I will leave with sanskars.
And what about karmas also? No, we carry the karmas too.
That is sanskars. Every karma, we saw last time, every karma that I do, every interaction that I come in, the experience that I have is the sanskar.
But the good deeds and bad deeds too follow us. No?
That is only created the sanskar. Na?
But the sanskars are different from karma.
Karma creates my sanskar. What is karma? Action. My action. What is my karma now? The way I speak to you is my karma. If I cheat you today, that's my karma. If I am nice to you today, that's my karma. And what I do, I experience, it creates a sanskar. Yes, the other thing that it creates is the karmic accounts between two souls.
Yeah.
Yes, but that will get activated when those two souls come together. Absolutely. So when I leave from one costume to another costume, I will carry my previous birth sanskars. This is very, very important for any parent to know, that the child born in their family is not a clean slate. When parents look at a child, they feel it should be a clean slate. They feel this child is a brand new soul.
New canvas.
Yeah, on which I will paint. Yeah, absolutely. And then it surprises them that how this child has this trained sanskars which are not in our family. And they will say, who's given him these sanskars? We are not like this. Nobody in our family is like this. Why is my child like this? Let's say the child is born in a very well-to-do family, but the child has a habit of just picking up things quietly. And go to school, pick up somebody's pencil, go somewhere, pick up a spoon. It's a shock to the family. How can my child do something like this? Now we say my child, which means mine. I will create everything. We've forgotten a soul who's come to me. Not my child means clean slate. A soul who just few years back was in another situation. Like you said, a war situation, let's say. So now a soul who is in a war situation, created different kinds of sanskar, maybe fear, and now suddenly that soul leaves the costume and has come to my house. Now in my house there's no problem, there's nothing, everything is fine, and yet I find my child is very fearful, gets very scared, sometimes hides behind the door, doesn't come out in front of people, doesn't want to meet guests, goes and hides somewhere into the room. I just can't understand. And then I will shout at my child, and then I will compare the child with the other sibling and say, look at your brother, look at your sister, they are so confident, they are so smart, look at the way they come out and talk to everybody, and look at you going there and hiding like this. Because I'm not understanding.
And they ask him, what is wrong with you?
What is wrong with you?
We never ask ourselves, what is wrong with me?
No, but can you imagine what the child goes through? Because the child doesn't know that there's something wrong.
Exactly what I said. When I do not know what is wrong with me, actually I should know, ask myself what is wrong with me, that I am not able to understand the other child's sanskar.
Perfect.
It is me who there's something wrong with me, not how they fight with the children. What's wrong with you? Can't you understand? Can't you see others doing? Can't you do this? So simple, I'm ashamed of you, I don't know.
You're not like my child.
Not only that, I've heard mothers saying you must have been changed in the hospital. There's somebody else's child, not mine. You know,
because they're not able to accept that set of sanskars.
Look at the height of,
No, it's not, it's just unawareness. It's because
so
I
think...
think...
of anger and resentment.
It is also a shock. I'm not able to accept because I don't have knowledge. If I have knowledge now, soul coming from another background, don't know what situations were there. And not just one birth. The soul has not just come from one birth. The soul's been on a long journey.
So, in short, we cannot expect our children to be like us.
They will have some of our sanskars.
Okay, fine.
Yes, they will have some of our sanskars. But the more dominant factor is past birth sanskars.
So everybody is an individual.
Everybody is an individual, and we will have to accept their sanskars because the sanskars have been created in many, many costumes. Imagine every costume, different set of parents, different culture, different caste, different environment, different friends, different challenges. Then leave the body, take another body, again different set of parents, different culture, different...
to adapt to all these new things, adjust with
every
so much.
time, how many sanskars? And now the baby, after so many births, comes to my house and I say, what's wrong with you? Nothing wrong. I have to accept the slate already has a lot written on it. I cannot criticize them for that what is written on it. I can lovingly help them to create a new way of living.
Like I helped myself yesterday.
Absolutely. Absolutely. This knowledge is very, very, very useful in dealing with children.
How can I give this, my knowledge, to a person, another person, maybe to a child?
To another child who wants to change.
Like I gave you the example, that I did this and this. This is the result.
All that I have to do is look at the sanskar of the child, which I feel is not comfortable for the child. One is be very careful, I don't like this sanskar. No. Be very detached and see whether that sanskar is not comfortable for that child. Like for example, I'll tell you, some child can be very introvert, very shy, very quiet, but they're very comfortable with it. But your personality is very extrovert. So according to you, extrovert is right and introvert is wrong. And you'll forcefully try to make that child an extrovert. So I don't have to change the child or try to help to change the child towards what I think is right. I only have to see which sanskar is not comfortable for the child. A soul who's introvert is very comfortable being introvert. It's not uncomfortable for them. But because we have this belief system, oh, to succeed in today's world, you know, you have to be very dynamic, very extrovert. We try to force them to change. And the result is they're not able to become completely extrovert, but they lose their own personality of uniqueness of being introvert, and they kind of somewhere nowhere in between. Because they just don't know what they're doing then. They're trying to forcefully become something which they're not.
Sometimes when I try to become introvert, people start asking me, are you all right?
Yeah.
Is there something wrong with you? Are you angry? Are you upset? You're not yourself? Why are you not the same Suresh Oberoi?
That's because they should be able to feel it, whether this is a withdrawal or an introvert. There's a lot of difference between the two. Sometimes I can just withdraw and stop talking just because I'm not happy, I'm cold, I'm indifferent. Introvert is not indifferent.
Indifferent is the right word.
Introvert is not indifferent.
Usually, I get mixed up with detachment and indifferent.
No. This completely
indifference
can be sensed.
And detachment are two different things.
Absolutely, completely different. So that's why when helping myself to, get healed or anybody else, little care has to be taken. Otherwise, we'll be forcefully changing things which we don't need to change. That awareness is also needed, which sanskar needs to be changed and which is absolutely comfortable. Don't need to do anything to it. It's perfectly fine. Don't have to live your life according to what the world says, because everyone will speak according to their sanskars. People who are extrovert just can't understand how a person can be quiet and shy. But they are fine. They are fine that way. They're very comfortable. So no pressures to change things which are comfortable for others.
And then make them uncomfortable.
Because then they start questioning themselves that what's wrong with me? I'm happy with it. I'm happy with being quiet and introvert. Why are they finding it a problem? So that comfort level has to be seen. If that soul is comfortable, that means they are healed. We only have to help them with sanskars which are causing them pain. Help them with that. So that awareness is also very important.
Yeah, that's the wisdom.
That's wisdom.
To know the difference.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, sister.
Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Thank you so much.